Welcome to the ThinkSheet Real World Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow playlist entitled The Smartphone Analogy, in which a tech strategist analogizes ThinkSheet to the introduction of the iPhone in terms of innovation and potential benefits. My name is Bill Stahl. I am the CEO of ThinkSheet Inc. Qualitative analysis is the biggest problem for decision makers in today's world of uncertainty. According to Mervyn King, former head of the Bank of England during the financial crisis and co-author of Radical Uncertainty, Decision-Making Beyond the Numbers. This episode features ThinkSheet's unique scientific approach to qualitative analysis. We use Henry Kissinger as a proxy for decision makers dealing with complex qualitative factors, like the geopolitical ones he dealt with during his career and has written about, including his new book, Leadership, 6 Studies in World Strategy, published in July, including a chapter on Richard Nixon. Our scientific approach is simple. What can professionals or experts in any field do with ThinkSheet better than without it? We call the ThinkSheet solution qualitative intelligence because users can quantify the qualitative in the same language they use in the ordinary course of business. Quantifying the qualitative is your key takeaway. ThinkSheet applies the same scientific approach to the synthesis of qualitative and quantitative analysis. I am the company's chief qualitative scientist and my co-founder, Dr. Roy Friedman, chief scientist. Dr. Friedman is a pioneer in AI and fintech with unique knowledge of the strengths and weaknesses of both, plus ThinkSheet's ability to fix the weaknesses. My background is 80-20 qualitative to quantitative. As a lawyer, investment banker, and project manager specialized in complex long-term real estate development projects requiring the reconciliation of often conflicting public and private sector interest groups. We base ThinkSheet on the fact that there are many qualitative judgments professionals can make better, faster, and far less expensively than AI and fintech. We teamed up with a network of business and financial professionals to develop 200 plus models across professions and asset classes that enable users to optimize the highest and best uses of professional and artificial intelligence. ThinkSheet's technological breakthrough is a qualitative intelligence platform and synthesis with quantitative intelligence platforms into a unique professional intelligence platform that enables your teams to model your best thought processes on one-pagers ThinkSheet signature output. 80% of ThinkSheet's value since the inception of the company has been qualitative because our users already had quant models, and 20% for synthesizing the qualitative and quantitative models into ThinkSheet models. 90% of information transmitted to the brain is visual, and ThinkSheet enables users to see their thought processes and answers as visual stories. Think of watching Henry Kissinger being interviewed live on television and seeing his thought process as he iterates through what-if scenarios in real time, like with Nixon in the historic decision to go to China in 1973, documented in the Watergate tapes, and seeing a ThinkSheet documentary on the Nixon-Kissinger relationship based on his new book, produced by pioneers and seeing a ThinkSheet documentary on the Nixon-Kissinger decision-making process based on his new book, produced by pioneers in new visual media formats like Stephen Bloomberg or Bloomberg Philanthropies. This table compares the ThinkSheet approach to conventional what-if decision-making and collaboration approaches with the problems in red. Making decisions in your head is unstructured. Quant models are incomplete because they don't include qualitative factors and don't tell stories. Research reports are not dynamic. By contrast, ThinkSheet models are structured, modeled qualitative and uses vocabulary, complete and visual and dynamic, synthesized on one-pagers ThinkSheet signature output that enable your teams to iterate through what-if scenarios at speed of thought in meetings, and ThinkSheet displays your thought process as a visual story and gives you a complete, precise answer as a set of scores instantly. The tech strategist will explain why the one-pager in the ThinkSheet platform is revolutionary. The one pager is the start and end of the workflow for everyone on the C-suite teams for large global firms, including business users and AI engineers. All possible because ThinkSheet models enable you to model your qualitative analysis in the same vocabulary used in the ordinary course of business. The tech strategist will explain why the one-pager and ThinkSheet platform is revolutionary. The one-pager is the start and end of the workflow for everyone on the C-suite teams for large global firms, including business users and AI engineers. The professional intelligence, the PI, links to artificial intelligence, the AI, to create a PI plus AI causal chain, the conclusion of the smartphone analogy. This is a view of the playlist on YouTube featuring the Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan case studies. If you have pressed play all on the left, the qualitative problem and ThinkSheet solution episode follows automatically. Alternatively, you can click on any icon to see any video in any order. The smartphone analogy is last. Please feel free to contact us by phone or email.